Today, I would like to present about the new project, which is the new Camsol product, Mineral Broad Spectrum UV Filter Premise. And this is the first proposal presentation. So before I start my plan, I would like to firstly introduce about the trend right now in Asia. So as all we know now, like customer are getting smarter and they are like demanding the advanced, which is like non-greasy and like very light kind of like texture in the sunscreen. Because like we are living in a humid climate, especially like in Thailand and Southeast Asia, like we are very humid. Now, even in the Europe, it's very humid and it's like now they are screaming for the heat. So I think like for the sunscreen, we are very important. Like as a daily basis, we need it. However, like people also awareness about the global warming and the environmental awareness. So people are now want to choose more like a mineral sunscreen if we compare to the organic one. So in Thailand, the blooming macro trend is the anti-heat and the anti-pollution, like PM 2.5, the pollutant. So like if we look at into a tea beauty, like Ingu or the Mizumi, it's like very light, watery, and I think the Mizumi, the blue one, is like a mineral sunscreen, pure, but it's like very light texture. Yes. And this is the forecast from the Grandview research. And in this research, they predicted that the mineral sunscreen market gonna be growing throughout this year. It will be continue growing by the 13.5%. So I think it's quite good so that we can focus on the mineral sunscreen more. Because of all these reasons in the market, if we look at into the raw material, most of the titanium and zinc oxide are the micronized form, which is like coated. So it's like to reduce the white cast, and it's also like a very invisible kind of texture. So it can also claim as a like no white cast, like reach safe, and sometimes it's also like a HALA certification too. So for our project, what is the pain point and what is the gap? So when I'm doing formulating the sunscreen, one thing that I'm all the time trying to solve is like if we use the mineral powder, it's quite heavy and it's not easy to get a light texture, to get a high SPF and PA too. So like most of the client, they want like a very light watery texture, but if we use the traditional powder one, it's so hard to achieve this texture. So it's one of the pain point is a white cast and it's hard to discard too in the formulation and it's the heavy feelings and the texture. And the one main point here I want to say is the in the market there is still don't have like already optimized zinc oxide and titanium dioxide formed in one raw material. Yes. So our opportunity is to create the pre-dispersed and coated suspension of the zinc oxide and titanium oxide filter in one raw material. So as a customer, it's gonna be eliminate the hidden cost of the mineral sunscreen formulation. We gonna be like engineering out the risks of the particle accumulation and white cast, and it's also like help for the inconsistent SPF. So it's just like a plug and play liquid. So we can use just one product and can achieve the broad spectrum UVA and B protection. So it's like a foolproof. So you might have a question like why we still not seeing a lot in the market in this two one. So I did research a little bit about why most of the manufacturer they don't combine these two in one raw material. These are the potential reason why they don't use it. Because titanium and zinc oxide uncoated version, it's like highly polar surface. So it's like they attract each other. So in the longer time, it can accumulate and sediment. So it's one thing that they are afraid of. But if another thing is like they are also high photocatalytics, so which means it's like it can absorb the UV ray, but and it can be like a ROS, so it cannot be like a how can I say destroy our emotion. So it's the one thing. So we need to take care of the coded version one. So this is the one point. Then another thing is like longer time, it can be like the grittiness and a hot packing. even the pre-dispersed one. So one thing we have to think about is we have to stabilize the pre-dispersed, even the pre-dispersed one. So another thing they are taking care about is the flexibility, because most of the R&D, they want to use the separate raw material and they want to combine to be like cost effective or something like that. But for my project, it's safe to play and it's foolproof to scale. So which means that we're gonna use the premium pre-dispersed raw material, highly specialized supplier like Unipowder we have. So they already do the heavy industrial milling process. So they already coated and they already pre-dispersed one. So for us, we no need to worry about this process. So for me, I'm gonna combine these two and create the one product. So this is not just the raw material. It's like an outcome for R&D or the consumer. So it's like can be like cost effective too. So how it can be cost effective? So like as a customer, this is the price point that we choose. The first one is the pure mineral powder. It's the cost is vary. Like if it is uncoated, maybe cheaper, but if it is coated and the high technology one, it's like high price, of course. But one thing hidden cost is like if we use the powder form in the manufacturing, the labor cost, and we have to use a very high shear mini process. So they have to implement it that a very high performance machine. So it's also like high cost, but like how can I say, the other OEM, if they can handle this one, is okay. But some OEM, they are quite small and they want to be like quick and doing it first. So this is our opportunity. So the second category is the separated dispersion, like Unipowder and other. So they're gonna use that. Why they have to use the combined one, right? So my point of view is like some people like, okay, we buy two products, we have to adjust the ratio, and so many trial and error to make it like right together, the sensory and the SPF. So my aim is to cut out that time to give them the okay, this ratio, and okay, they have to adjust, of course, but it's like killing I mean the cut out the so many time and the cost in this categories. So this is just the explanation, and for the price point, I think our product can be comparable this one. Yes. And if it is this one, like as a customer, they can only how can I say, buy one ingredient, but for the other, they have to keep like 4 SKU and they have to be like QC process and the other. Yes. So I would like to introduce right now the new target is I will combine the two raw mat that we already have. It's the Unipowder ZUV Spur 60S and TUV Spur 45AS, which is the oil soluble version. So as we look at into the detailed ingredient here, they already coated and discarded form. Yes. But however, even though they are already pre-dispersed, we cannot just directly mix them together. So that's why we have to pre-disperse again with the gel network to be whole. Those two together in the one raw material, and I will be like dispersing with that to be a one product. Yes. So as a process, for the first screening process, I will try the different ratio in the dispersion thing, and this is the method that I'm gonna do. So the first screening, the reason is I want to find the
ใช่ค่ะพวกนี้เราขายหมดเลย
I want to know the right ratio that can give the balance of the SPF and the PA. Yes, and also the stability too. So for the stability test, and also I would test the SPF. So this is the base formulation to test the SPF. This is just the water in silicone formulation. And this is the first the thing. And the texture, and this is the 7 day in the 45 degrees Celsius for the first screening process. One thing I find out that there's a little bit of oil bleeding and the cracking, but I researched a little bit about the other raw material and the thing. So there is the thing that we can accept and we cannot accept. So for this project, I think like slight oil bleeding and cracking, we cannot deny because we use the high load of zinc outside and titanium outside. However, no hard caking and it should be easy to redisperse again. Yes. So for the stability test, I will do the accelerated testing in the oven for the 4 weeks. Actually, PA recommend for the 1 month, but even though for the lunch is 1 month, but actually it's like a 12 week, but we can do it later. Yes. And I will do for the ambient control for the room temp and the refrigerated temperature too. For the shipping stimulation, I'm gonna try the feed store cycle too, the 3 cycle. And every checkpoint, I'm gonna monitor the amount of oil bleeding and also the hot caking or not, and also the viscosity changes throughout these checkpoints. Yes. And this is the potential selling point. As I discussed it earlier, it's like it can be a next generation, like high performance mineral UV dual protection because it's combined the titanium and zinc together in one product. And it's like already coated and invisible form already from the uni powder. So we can claim like it's a skin transparency kind of look. And it's like very easy for an R&D, save time and cost, and it's resafe. And we can buy one premix and can create a complete mineral sunscreen. And this is my plan. Now I'm in the stage of the preliminary and finding the ratio. And next step I'm gonna do in working with the different type of formulation base for the stability and the same thing, the stability assessment too. And I believe around September, I will do for the preparation of the document if it is success. Yes.
You mean that you will do the testing in the gas formulation, formulate the prototype, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And okay, I think this project is good, but for me, just I have one comment. Because of our we try to formulate by using our on-hand material, right? But you have to keep in mind that that raw material is not our raw material, and the majority these two main products, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, came from our supplier.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure that after we formulate our premix formulation, if in the future, if this raw material they change the formulation,
How
how to control it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
how affect to our premix raw material?
Okay.
Yeah, because of we cannot control.
Yes, yeah, the first one.
Yes,
Yes.
the original, the initial stage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of sometimes if supplier you can imagine now we sell raw material.
Yes.
Sometimes we didn't know if customer change
Yes.
anything inside. Yeah, we just follow COA, and sometimes we know quite late about the formulation change. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, but if we cannot control in the initial stage, I how to control our material after that.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. For me, like I really want to try from the start stage, but as the thing that we have is like in our lab, we can only do for the formulation is the 1 point. So this is the safe point that I can play.
Yeah.
Yes. If I use the powder form like in the lab, I think it's quite risky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with you. I think
Yes.
this idea is good, but
Yes.
just one
Yeah,
this
thing to
comment because of
consider.
something we cannot control by ourselves.
Yes.
And another thing is because of this is the sunscreen project, right? If we sell this material to customer, I'm sure that customer will ask us for the SPF test
Yes.
result.
Yes.
And now we are implementing the new ISO method.
Yes.
Yeah, it's maybe we have to send to match we have to measure this new ISO method or not, I'm not sure for the mineral sunscreen.
เป็นเรียน
แต่ว่าตอนนี้ที่ส่งที่ของที่เป็นใน in-house method
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that if we sell
Okay.
now, our customer they quite concerned about the
Yeah.
new
Now, right
method.
now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
สกรีนก่อนค่อยส่งแบบผลตอบมาจริง
ตอนนี้ตอนนี้
Oh, it's quite expensive. But I think in-house is okay now.
Yes.
But as we know, if now is the trend, customer trend that every customer they quite concerned about new ISO.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure that sales team will get the same
Questions. Yeah.
for customer.
I would note down the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the comment. Yes.
พี่ทำแล้วค่ะ
Yes. Thank you, Ka. Thank you for.
ที่มีโปรเจกต์ก่อนหน้าแบบน้องจะเอาพาวเดอร์ทำแต่ยากกว่าเพราะว่าเราอุปกรณ์กับเครื่องมือเราไม่พร้อมใช่ค่ะเราไม่รู้แม้กระทั่งโซลิดคอนเทนต์ข้างในถ้าเราทำ
แต่พี่ว่าคอนเซ็ปต์นี้ดี
เพราะว่ามันง่ายกว่า
ใช่ดีเพียงแต่แค่ว่าอย่างที่บอกอะ